Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm just going to wait for people to get into the live or the YouTube live or the Facebook live, whatever you guys want. So we're going to wait a second for the people to go through or come in or whatever. Making sure I look okay. Perfect. Awesome. Just waiting for everybody to roll in before we start. Awesome. Oop. Paper's flying away. I am outside today. It was finally warm enough to go outside, which I'm super excited about. The wind is coming, but what can you do? Okie dokie, we're going to wait a few more moments before we get started. Do you hear mowers or anything? Sorry about that, but I am outside today. Okie dokie, I guess we will get started. So, hello everyone, my name is Barcode. If you haven't seen me in a while, I've done camp staff for a couple of years, but this year I'm not going to be, and it's so sad, but that's where you might know me from. I've also done some virtual stuff, so you guys might know me from that. But I am from the Girl Scouts of San Gregorio Council, and summer is here. We are super excited to see you guys back at camp, whether it's in person or virtual. We're just happy that you're there. And I just wanted to come on here and celebrate something that is today. It is World Rainforest Day. There we go. Now you're probably wondering why are we celebrating World Rainforest Day? Now you're probably wondering what that is. So World Rainforest Day was organized on June 22nd, 2017, and it was established by a collaboration of groups called the Rainforest Partnership. The international nonprofit organization is based in Texas, or Austin, Texas, and it is dedicated to protect and regenerate tropical rainforests all around the world. World Rainforest Day is a day that we can celebrate the precious natural resource that we have and encourage others to preserve it. Your efforts together with the actions of others, we will have a positive impact on the rainforest and the climate worldwide. So why are rainforests important? Rainforests are vital for the survival of life on Earth. They absorb carbon dioxide, stabilize climate patterns, and they are home to half the world's plant and animal species. Yes, yet every minute we lose 40 football fields of rainforest, which threatens our biodiversity and imperils the planet's health. So think of a football field in your head. Maybe you have one at school, maybe you've gone to a game, and imagine that football field was just full of trees and unique species and unique animals and plant species and everything like that. And just imagine 40 of them filled with trees, animals, plant species just being bulldozed or torn down or burned. 40 of those every minute? Yes, every minute. It's crazy. Deforestation causes 15% of the global carbon dioxide emissions that accelerate climate change. More than all the cars in China and the US combined causes more more carbon dioxide emissions. Let me rephrase this. Deforestation causes more carbon dioxide emissions than all the cars in the US and China combined. And that's just crazy to think about. Rainforests play such a vital role in keeping our planet healthy. They are carbon sinks that store and absorb carbon dioxide in the air and circulate more than 20% of the world's oxygen. Over half of the animal and plant species are found in rainforests, as well as a fifth of the world's fresh water. So just think of a whole bunch of natural resources in one spot just being torn down and because of deforestation and burning down because of deforestation, everything like that. It's crazy how much it impacts our planet. And lastly, how can we celebrate World Rainforest Day? Well, you can do it in a couple ways. One of them is nurturing one knowledge by reading more about rainforests. So today you can learn a little bit more about rainforests and why they are important to us. Another way is by shopping for shopping for eco products like reduce, reuse, recycle, all of that. And then also learning more about how we can help rainforests. That is nourishing our knowledge. And then also using World Rainforest Day, hashtag World Rainforest Day, to spread awareness about this holiday. I know a lot of people don't know about this holiday. So making a craft or putting something on your timeline or your mom or dad's or guardian's timeline, maybe making a craft like we are going to do today and spread awareness about World Rainforest Day. So let's start with the knowledge. What are rainforests? Rainforests are the oldest living ecosystems on Earth. Incredibly diverse and complex, some of the rainforests are surviving in their present form for at least 70 million years. Excuse me. So just think of anywhere you've ever lived or even your town. Can you imagine your town staying the same way for 70 million years, having the same squirrels, having the same species in it, plant species, having that little, kind of like a little dome or a little bubble of preservation for 70 million years is insane to me. I can't even perceive that concept of time. These forests typically receive over 2,000 millimeters of rain every year. Some of the largest rainforests are the Amazon in Brazil, the rainforests of Congo in Africa and Indonesia, and tropical rainforests are also found in the Pacific and Caribbean islands. Rainforests are also unique in terms of structure as well. Most of them have 4 layers. So it's emergent, canopy, understory, and the forest floor. So the first one is emergent. The second floor is the canopy level. The understudy is underneath the canopy level. And then the forest floor. So that's just the dirt, the regular, what it is, the forest floor. And each layer is different and there is a fight for sunlight along the plants. So if you can see a rainforest is extremely dense. So the trees at the top are getting the most sunlight. So that was the emergent level. Next is the canopy level. They're also fighting for sunlight because plants need sunlight to grow. So you have the trees up here taking most of the sunlight. You have the canopy that's taking the next available sunlight. And then the next one is the understory. That is the that is also competing for sunlight. And then the ground floor rarely gets sunlight. It's very dark down there. But they also fight for sunlight. Okie dokie. So at each level, different animals live at each level, so it just makes it extremely diverse. The second fun fact is 6% of the earth is covered by the rainforest. Rainforests only cover about 6% of the earth's surface. There isn't much left, which is why we're having this World Rainforest Day, to spread awareness about how we can protect our rainforests and why they're so special to us. The next fun fact that I thought was interesting that I didn't know, it can take up to 10 minutes for a single raindrop in the rainforest to meet the ground. Since there's so many layers of leaves and trees and the canopy and everything like that, it takes 10 minutes for a single raindrop to go from the top of the emergent level all the way down to the forest floor. That's crazy. Rainforests are also full of rain, so obviously it's called a rainforest, but on average there's about 80 to 430 inches of rain each year. Can you even imagine so there's 12 inches we're going to do quick math here. Let's see how this is in feet. 430. That's about 33 feet. 33 feet of rainfall falls in the rainforest every year, and every single little raindrop takes 10 minutes to get to the ground floor. That's insane. And then also we get a lot of food and medicine from the rainforest. So if you ever have bitten into a chocolate bar or ate some pineapple or cinnamon, those all come from the rainforest. Sugar too. I have sugar on here also. Vanilla. Way more. We get all of those from the rainforest. Imagine living without chocolate, or imagine living out without pineapple, cinnamon. What are you going to make your French toast with? But that is another fun fact. And then also, the Amazon rainforest, we've been talking about how it's so diverse and there's all these animals. The Amazon is filled with wildlife. That's just one of the rainforests. It has 2.5 million insects, 1,300 species of birds, and 3,000 species of fish, and 430 different mammals. So 2.5 insects, 1,300 species of birds, 3,000 species of fish, and 430 different species of mammals. That's just species. That's not even counting how many there are of each species that is in the rainforest. That just blows my mind. But that is leading into our craft today. So, to spread awareness about the rainforest and all the animals that we soon to protect, we are going to make a craft today. So we're going to make a craft of an animal, and it's pretty simple, pretty easy, but I thought it would be cool to have a little python. So we are going to be doing these paper chain pythons today. Now, look at that little guy. They're super easy to make. You can design them however you want. But I thought I would read some fun facts about these pythons that live in our rainforest. And then at the end, once you're done making your little python, you can share it, like we said before, with hashtag World Rainforest Day, and you can spread your favorite fact about the rainforest and how you can protect it. But we are going to be making these today, so you can either make one smaller, like I did here. He's not very big. Or you can make one a little fatter, or a little bigger. So this one's thicker and wider. So compared to this python, compared to this python. You'd have a little bit of a size difference, but you can do whatever you want. You can make it as long as you want. So if you have the paper, you can make this guy huge. But we are going to be learning about this today. So what you will need is you will need paper, whether it be white paper that you can draw on, colored construction paper that works too, whatever color you want your snake to be, you can do that. And then you would need scissors, and then coloring things. So coloring things could be markers, color pencils, anything that shows up on your paper you can use. And then you would need tape or glue. I'm going to be going through this pretty quickly, so if you just want to rewatch this video for this craft, you are more than welcome to do so, or pause me once you get all of your materials. Once this live is over, you can always rewatch it as many times as you want, so if I'm going too fast for you or too slow for you, you can definitely watch this later once you have all the materials, and speed me up or slow me down. So whatever you want to do, we are going to get started though. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take your piece of paper. I'm going to use white paper because I like my colors showing up really well. And I just think it was something that I had and I wanted to use it. So you're going to take your piece of paper and then you are going to fold it. So it depends on how you fold it depends on how thick you want your snake to be. So if you want something that's a little bit smaller like this, you want to make a smaller fold. So something like this or something like that. Wherever you fold, that's how thick your snake is going to be. If you want something a little bit bigger like this, you would want to do something a little thicker. So you would fold maybe around this line. It's not exact. All you have to do is, do it with your heart. So I think I'm going to do it about this thick. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick how thick you want it, and then you're going to fold it. So this is how thick my snake is going to be. Okay? Right here. So once you fold it this way, we're going to fold it kind of like an accordion. So once you fold it this way, you're going to turn it around and you're going to fold it down till you can see that edge of the paper. So this is the edge of my paper. That is where I'm going to make the fold. So I'm going to fold it right here. If it's not perfect, that is totally fine. I don't think I've met the snake that was perfect, but whatever you do just makes it add character. So, like I said, here's my first piece, here's my second piece, and we're just gonna do the same exact thing that we did before. So we're going to flip it over, and we're gonna fold until that line, and just fold. It's like I said, it's gonna look more of like an accordion, with all the folds going back and forth, and you're just going to continue to do that straight down the paper. Okie dokie. And as you can see, I have this little lip here. Just fold it back, even if it doesn't match the other blocks or the other folds. It's okay, because we'll just cut that piece off. But what you can see here is you'll have like a little accordion, and that is going to be the loops of your snake. So what you want to do is you want to put it down after you got your folds. You're going to put it down on your piece. You're going to put it down. Oops. Here, I'm going to Sharpie. You can do this if you want, but I'm just going to Sharpie where the folds are, so you guys can see it better, and you can see what I'm doing to each panel. So for this snake, for this python, what you want to do is you can do multiple papers of this. So this would be your first kind of loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this python would only have 5 loops, so it'd be a little shorter. But what you can do is, if you want more loops, or if you want your snake to be longer, if you want your python to be longer, just do more papers like this, okay? So now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, the designing. So if you kept up with me so far, you guys can do whatever design you want. So use your creativity. You can even look at pythons that live in the rainforest and make it realistic if you want. Or you can go the fantasy route and you can make your snake pink or blue or both. Whatever you want to do, you let your creativity fly. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to do some squiggles with blue. You could even make each part of your snake different colors. Just going to do some squiggles to add some texture. Squiggles! Okie dokie. And then I'm going to add some, let's say, oh, that is not showing up. Let's say some purple lines. That works for me. Once again, it does not have to be perfect. Okay, so once you have your design, once again, if I'm going too fast for you, you can pause. You can work on your design as long as you want. Once you have finished your design, what you're going to do is now you're going to make the tail and the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another piece of paper. Oop, if I can get to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm just going to mark. You could do this with a pencil. I'm going to do this with a Sharpie so you guys can see it. I'm just going to mark how thick my lines are. So if you're making a snake, you probably want, if you could see, here is the head of my snake. So what you want to do is you kind of want to make the snake's head as big as your little loops or its body. If the body is bigger than the head, then it'll look a little weird, but do whatever you want. And same, if the head is bigger than the body, then it's going to look a little weird. So let's read this over here. How I draw the head. Ooh, is that in there? Yeah. Okay. Move, little guy. Comment below what I should name him. So what I usually do is I draw a peanut shape, kind of. So I use the lines, I make sure that there's enough lines, and I kind of do little 2 squiggles. So I go out, and then I go back in, and I go out, and then I do a loop, and I do the same thing on the other side. So out, in, and then a loop. See how that kind of looks like a little peanut? Okie dokie. And then you're going to do the tail with the same thing. So the tails are usually smaller at the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it out. I'm going to do a V where the size of it is, and I'm just going to draw it out. You can always do this with pencil, whatever you want. Pencil first and then erase and then add your designs later with marker, color pencil, whatever you want to do. I'm just freehanding it while you guys are here so I don't take forever. Okie dokie. So that is going to be my head and my tail. You might want to add some eyes. I'm going to add some eyes and maybe some nostrils. And then I'm going to add some snake eyes. And then you can design this. You can design this to match the rest of your snake. So my snake was blue, so I'm just going to color it in blue. And my snake was purple, so I'm going to add some purple stripes. Kind of looks like a baseball. Okay. So once we have all of our parts mapped out, what I want you to do is I want you to cut them out. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your scissors safely, and you're going to cut along the lines of the folds, and maybe cut your head and your tail out. So once you have those, you should have some strips like this along with the head and the tail. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do the old paper chain trick. So these are just basic white. Like I said, yours would have designs. Oop. Hello. And then what you're going to do is you're going to either take some tape or some glue, whatever you want to use. I'm going to use some tape today. And what you want to do is you want to tape one side. You're going to tape one side or glue one side, and then you're going to connect it together. So it forms a little loop. And then you're going to take your next strip, and you are going to take it and feed it through the loop and tape it one more time. So now we have something similar to this. So then you would just keep on doing it. Once again, take your little paper, feed it through, and then tape it together at the top. Okie dokie. So once you have your little chain, once you have enough of them going, and you have your snake as long as you want, what you're going to do is you're just going to tape that head on the front and tape that tail on the back, or glue, whatever you want. But then it would look like this. So see how I taped it? I taped it down there. I taped it on there. And then I just taped it. I did this tail the same way. I just taped it on there. And you should have a python. Once again, you can always share these. Maybe tag GSSGC, and you can tag or hashtag World Rainforest Day. But I would love to see your guys' little pythons, and I would love to learn more. Sorry, there is a plane and flying. I would love to learn more about the rainforest. If you could just add a fun fact or add how are you changing your life to support our rainforest, whatever you want. But that is everything I have for you guys today. So I will leave you guys to it. I will probably see you guys in another virtual event. But once again, my name is Warcode, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!